Kohala Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakaha Kwadash. Double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, where I have learned this truth and where I am still learning this truth. And shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. All right, and keep in mind that Israel was and is scattered into all nations of the earth, which means that we look like all nations of the earth. All right, so again, shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. Lord willing, I'm of that number. We're going back into Revelation 13, verse 16. All right, first let's go to what is it, 15:4? No, hold on. All right, Ezekiel 3:17. It reads, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. All right, there's been many warnings through these scriptures that the men of the Lord were that the men of the Lord passed on to Israel. All right, which most of the time, most of Israel did not pay attention to, or didn't listen, or didn't take heed. Okay, but all right, for this lesson, here we're gonna focus on one of these warnings that is in Revelation 13 and verse 16. Right, it reads, And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, so you have to understand that the he, all right, is Esau Edom. Okay, the wicked. All right, the one that comes to do the workings of Satan and the devil. Okay. All right, he is also, we know him to be, all right, the self-called white man, or what we call him is the so-called white man. Does that mean that everyone that looks so-called white is an Edomite? No. Like we stated in the beginning, Israel was and is scattered into all nations. So Israelites can look like so-called white people. Okay, it is the spirit that beareth witness. Okay, we can't judge just by eyesight alone. Okay, who is an Edomite, who is an Israelite? Okay, it's the spirit that tells you. Right, and even some that come against this truth that look so-called white could still be an Israelite. They could just be a wicked ass 2/3 Israelite. Again, we cannot judge by the eyes alone. Okay. Also, the Lord knows who is his. All right. The Lord knows whom are his. Period. Okay. Our mission is to tell this truth, to learn this truth, and to tell it. Okay, to Israel. Okay, being Israelite men. All right, which the highest position on this earth really is being an Israelite man, a man of the Lord that is telling this truth, speaking and teaching these things. All right, that's the highest office here on earth. All right. Anyway, that he is the wicked. All right, it says, and he causeth all. So what we're about to read, all right, is something that he is going to make mandatory. How is he going to do that? Well, we just said that he Uh, or did we? I don't know if we said. Yeah, we just. Well, let's go to Job 9:26. Or excuse me. Hold on. 9:24. I got 1 Corinthians 15:26 on my brain. Let me see if that's what it was. 1 Corinthians 15:26. What is this? Which I think is 36, really. Let me see. Watch it be 2 Corinthians. Let me see what this is. Hold on. There isn't even a. All right. Yeah, I don't know what was on my mind. Anyway, so let's go back. 1 Corinthians 5. I'm just trying to figure something out really quick. 1 Corinthians 5. Oops. Hold on a second. I was thinking 1 Corinthians 15:34. All right, I got that uh, scripture in my head. Anyway, let's go to Job 9:24. All right, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, that's how we know whom the wicked are. Right, through prophecy. Okay, through prophecy, not just through our eyes alone. Okay, not through our eyes alone, but through prophecy. Okay, so now it says that this man is going to cause all. All right, Revelation 13:16, and he causeth all. All right, because the world is in his hand. All right, he's going to cause all, which here's the word in the Greek for he causeth.
Strong's G 4160. Poieo. Poieo.
All right, poieo. And it says to make ready and so at the same time to institute. All right, so he's causing a lot of things to happen in this earth. Speaking of the wicked, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, right? On the left-hand side, he is causing a lot of problems on this earth, or he is the cause of a lot of problems on this earth. And for the most part, these problems are going to come to a head, which is going to be used to cause all to take this mark, All right, so let's read that scripture. Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, so he's going to cause all to receive this mark. Let's get the word for mark in the Greek. Where'd it go?
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
All right, charagma. And it says, of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. All right, so in this world, they call it the Antichrist, but we know it to mean anyone against the Messiah. Okay, anyone against the Messiah. So, or more specifically, this man, all right, Esau, Edom. And when I say man, I don't mean singular person. All right, this is a people. Okay, all right. So again, charagma, of the mark stamped on the forehead or right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. All right, and that right hand can go to mean your power hand. Okay, like for instance, for example, we drive on the right side of the road here in America, but over in other countries they drive on the left hand side. All right, so it is your power hand. Okay. This is a result of, this is a culmination of you worshiping his system, worshiping this man. All right, going to and believing in this man, not considering the Lord at all. Okay. All right, you believe in this man. He has you in the position of considering him and treating him like he is the Almighty. All right, which he is not. Okay, so the Lord's going to protect whom are his, okay, from this mark, right, from this charagma. If we go to the Revelation 3 and 10, all right, this is a red letter. It reads, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. And that's not 60 minutes. All right, this is a whole season, a span of time. All right. So again, Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay, so the Lord's going to protect whom are his. All right. So let's go. Oh, we know this thing to be all right. It's called the mark or charagma. All right, we know this to be more specifically the micro C-hip or the RFID C-hip. All right. These are just examples now. All right. Two examples are Walletmore, WALLETMOR, and another example is Neuralink or Elon Musk's brain technology, which I seen an article. I didn't click on it or anything, but there's another C-hip, okay, that is was clocked faster doing voice to text. All right, so it doesn't matter what name pushes this. These are just two examples, Walletmore and Neuralink. But if it comes in, I don't know, if it comes in another name, right? If it comes in another name like Esau, Edom, all right, or if it comes in another name like Ease, I don't know. If it comes in another name like The Cure, we'll just call it The Cure, okay? It's not going to change what this thing is. Okay, if it's another person, if it's not Elon, if it's not the people behind Walletmore, Right? That's not going to change what this thing is. All right. So let's go type in something in the search bar and see what comes up. What are we going to type in here today? Let's see. You know what? Let's type in charagma and see what comes up. All right. All I typed in was charagma in Google. All right. This is what came up. The Greek word charagma means mark or stamp and was commonly used to describe imprints on documents or coins. It was also the name of an imperial seal used by the Roman Empire on official documents in the 1st and 2nd centuries. It says in the Bible, charagma is used to describe a mark stamped on the forehead or right hand of the followers of the Antichrist. The mark was a badge that prevented people from buying or selling unless they bore it. The mark was the name of the beast or the number of its name. Okay, charagma definition, it says a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses. All right, let's see. All right, speaking of on the forehead, this question comes up on the drop down questions. It says, what does the Greek word metapon mean? It says the space between the eyes, the forehead. All right, metapon definition says the space between the eyes, the forehead. All right. Oops. Okay, which makes me think of another verse. All right, remember, keep in mind what that overview said. It said this is an AI overview. When you type in charagma in Google, it says the Greek word charagma means mark or stamp and was commonly used to describe imprints on documents or coins. It was also the name of an imperial seal used by the Roman Empire on official documents in the 1st and 2nd centuries. Now, this made me think of this this verse. Hold on a second. All right, hold on a second. All right, this is Matthew 22. And 17. All right, it reads, tell us therefore what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? But Yahushua perceived their wickedness and said, Why tempt ye me, ye hypocrites? Show me the tribute money. And they brought unto him a penny. And he saith unto them, Whose is this image and superscription? They say unto him, Caesar's. Then saith he unto them, Render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and unto God the things that are God's. All right, so when you get this stamp or this badge of servitude, or this badge of the followers of the Antichrist, right, or the modern day Caesars, right, you are going to get his punishment rendered unto you. You're going to hold on to him and find his punishment. Okay? Let me read that in the NLT. Matthew 22:17. It says, Now tell us what you think about this. Is it right to pay taxes to Caesar or not? But Yahushua knew their evil motives. You hypocrites, he said, why are you trying to trap me? Here, show me the coin used for the tax. When they handed him a Roman coin, he asked, Whose picture and title are stamped on it? Caesar's, they replied. Well then, he said, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and give to God what belongs to God. All right, so you are going to be handed over to the modern day Caesar's punishment, man, because you have his picture and title on you when you get this MOTB. All right, so let me go to, let me find something else really quick. This is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, and all right, I'll start at 21. All right. All right, this is speaking of Esau, but it could also, all right, contain you 2/3 in what this is saying. Okay. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, and 21. Okay, when you don't take heed to these scriptures or these mysteries of the Lord that the men of the Lord tell you about, all right, listen up. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, and verse 21. Such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness hath blinded them. All right, the men of the Lord are sitting here telling you the truth. All right, the complete truth. And you still just don't want to listen. You want to hold on to Esau and his philosophies. All right, you are blinded by the Lord. All right, that's not you even choosing to do that. That's the Lord blinding you. Okay, again, Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 20. Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 21. Such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness hath blinded them. As for the mysteries of God, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned a reward for blameless souls. Right? Instead of walking in this way, right? Walking instead of hearing that voice that's telling you to turn and walk this way, right? You still want to, or you still are going to walk contrary to the Lord, right? And again, these verses are speaking of Esau, Edom, the wicked, but it could also be speaking of you wicked Israelites. I'll start again. Wisdom of Solomon 2:21. Such things they did imagine, and were deceived, for their own wickedness hath blinded them. Verse 22. As for the mysteries of God, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness. We tell you, all right, the ways to go, which are righteous ways. They are the Lord's ways. All right, but you're not worried about that. You're worried about holding on to this world, man. To finish verse 22 off, it says, nor discerned a reward for blameless souls. All right, you don't know what we gain by turning and walking in the ways that we should have been walking in from day one. Do you know what the gospel is? All right, do you know what the kingdom holds for you? Do you know what it's like to be known as the sons of God again? To be in that position, your first estate. Okay, you don't even consider these things. Verse 23, for God created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. The Lord made us to be immortal, man. He gave us life to keep forever, all right? But you wicked Israelites, all right, you have to get taught a lesson the hard way, all right, the hot way, because them flames are coming. Verse 24, nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. All right, you holding on to this devil. All right, you're holding on to their ways. You believe what they say is the truth. You don't consider the Lord. You don't consider his son. And you really don't consider their men. All right, the Lord told us that. The Messiah told us that. Yahweh Shai told us, all right, that you wouldn't hear us because you didn't even hear him when he was here. All right, but this is the way the Most High wanted it to be. All right, you are playing a part just as we are. All right, just as the other nations are, just as Esau is. All right, so do not take this charagma. AI is even telling you what the word charagma means. All you got to do is put 1 + 1 together. Anyway, do not take the charagma. Do not take the MOTB, mark of the beast. All right, do not take this micro C-hip. Do not take the RFID C-hip. All right, nothing nice is going to come from that. All right, so with that, call halal Yahweh, Baruch Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Baruch Hashem, Rakaha Quadash. All right, double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, where I have learned this truth and where I am still learning this truth. And shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. Lord willing, I'm of that number, and Lord willing, we'll see you in the next video. Shalom.